course, and the BCS Bowl games are right around the corner. And one game in particular, the Fiesta Bowl, matches up the Stanford Cardinal against the Oklahoma State Cowboys, two teams that were neck and neck to fight for positioning for the Alabama Crimson Tide for that number 2 selection spot to take on the undefeated number 1 LSU Tigers in New Orleans for the BCS National Championship game. And what better way to break down the Fiesta Bowl and the Stanford Cardinal with Stanford graduate and ESPN's Ivan Maisel. I'm Dan Harrelson alongside Nick Taylor. And Ivan, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Appreciate y'all having me. Absolutely. Well, Ivan, one of the things about the BCS National Championship game being quote-unquote Alabama LSU rematch that I think often gets overlooked is the fact that because of the way the selection process went down, we actually have a 3 versus 4, which is something that's kind of very odd in the BCS selection process, if you will. Talk a little bit about that. Being a Stanford grad and also playing Oklahoma State and having a 3 versus 4 matchup, because it doesn't seem to me that we would have had that had Alabama been stuck in the Sugar Bowl playing a Michigan, so to speak. So let me get your take on that and how you feel about the Stanford-Oklahoma State game under the situation that we're under with the BCS.
Yeah, they kind of stumbled into something and got it right, which is always a pleasure with BCS. It's designed to give us 1 and 2. It's not designed to give us 3 and 4, but I think everybody's glad to have it. It's a game with 2 really good offenses and 2 good enough defenses, and I think the other thing that you got to consider is that both teams want to be there, and the Alabama fans understand what it's like to be in a BCS game and not be motivated. But this game, Oklahoma State, as disappointed as they may be in not playing LSU, they've never even been to a BCS game, so they're fired up. Stanford is fired up. Has not played in a BCS game on the West Coast in more than 10 years, and went through their ticket allotment in about a week, which for a school the size of Stanford is really impressive. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, Ivan, speaking of the Stanford Cardinal, a lot of people thought maybe the football program may drop off just a tad bit, losing a great head coach in Harbaugh to the San Francisco 49ers in the NFL. After Andrew Luck leaves after this 2011 college football season, where do you see the program going? Do you think it may stay course and still compete for these BCS bowl berth games?
Well, I would be stunned if they didn't take a step back. I mean, because Andrew Luck is a once-in-a-generation quarterback. Having said that, their recruiting has stepped up tremendously over the last 3 or 4 years, and they are, I think they'll still be a lot of very problematic for Oregon, and
communication between Harbaugh and Coach David Shaw at Stanford for this past year, maybe to go over some game planning, that type of stuff, and maybe talk about Andrew Luck? Is there any communication there this past season?
Oh, I don't think so. I haven't heard anybody say anything to that effect. I mean, Harbaugh's got a full-time job himself and doing pretty good at it too. Jim Harbaugh set the foundation in place, but this is David Shaw's team, and I think he's really deserves all the accolades he's gotten over the course of this season.
Well, is it just me, Ivan, or do many people seem to be overlooking Stanford's potential to win this game? I know that they had a great season aside from, the Oregon game, which obviously it didn't go the way they wanted it to. It seems to me, the more people I talk to, most people are leaning on Oklahoma State's side of the fence as far as picking a winner because they say that, Oklahoma State may very well be the second best team, and it almost seems like that these people really don't seem to really know that much about Stanford. Do you feel like I do that this is a pretty even game and that the Cardinals have a decent chance to win this game because of matchups?
Well, not just because of matchups, but the Oklahoma State defense has been opportunistic and been very good at generating turnovers, but they haven't been that good at much else. And I just have to believe that given Andrew Luck's ability to pick apart the best defenses, that he is going to have a field day with this one. And so absolutely, I think Stanford's got a good opportunity to win the game.
Well, do you think there's a lot of pressure on Oklahoma State to live up to the belief that, hey, Oklahoma State got left out, they were conference champs, they probably should have been in over the Alabama Crimson Tide? Do you think there's a lot of pressure on Oklahoma State?
I don't, because I think their people are just even in being turned down for the championship game, I think their people are still so excited to be going to the Fiesta Bowl. I think that's going to overcome any pressure to prove themselves or disappointment at being there.
Okay, I've been getting to the BCS National Championship game, and I think I can, first of all, speak clearly and say that Dan and I believe that the two best teams are in the game. We were obviously quoting, other people's opinions there, but getting to this Alabama LSU game, mirror images of each other. Last time it was a defensive struggle. I tend to believe there's going to be some points scored and some plays made in this game, a lot more than last time. What's your thoughts on that, and what are some key matchups you see in the rematch?
You're going to go out on a limb and predict the touchdown for this one, huh?
I think I will. I actually think the winner will be in the 20s, but I know that would shock some people. But I just feel like in a game like this, there'll be, somebody will find a way to
need to get up because Nick and I will be there covering the big game January 9th, and everybody's looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it, and just hopefully it's going to be another nail biter and a great game for the great.